Meet Walter. He's 68, careful about his diet, and loves seafood. Twice a week, he grills up a beautiful salmon fillet or orders swordfish at his favorite restaurant. He thinks he's doing everything right: lean protein, healthy fats, low cholesterol. But a few months ago, he began forgetting simple things. His energy plummeted. His blood pressure crept up. The strange part: his doctor couldn't find anything wrong. That's when Walter learned the truth. The fish he thought was helping him was quietly working against him. If you're over 60, what you think is a healthy seafood habit could actually be accelerating your aging. Studies from 2023 and 2024 have uncovered something alarming. Many seniors are unknowingly consuming fish that are toxic, pro-inflammatory, and biologically damaging. Mercury, synthetic chemicals, and damaged fats are hiding in your so-called heart-healthy fillets. And over time, they can silently chip away at your memory, joints, muscles, and independence. This isn't about rare or exotic seafood. We're talking about fish you probably have in your freezer right now. In today's video, we're cutting through the myths and giving you the truth. You'll discover 4 common fish that can wreck your brain, heart, and immune system, especially after 60. 4 nutrient-rich, age-fighting fish that can sharpen your mind, strengthen your body, and possibly add years to your life. Some of these will surprise you. Some may even be on your dinner plate tonight. But by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to avoid and what to load your plate with, backed by science, not seafood marketing. Before we dive in, drop a comment and tell me, what's your go-to fish when you're shopping or eating out? You might be shocked at where it ranks. Let's begin with the fish that looks healthiest, but hides one of the most dangerous threats to seniors. It's no secret that seafood is considered a health food, but not all fish are created equal, especially not when you're over 60. Some fish carry a dark side, one that can silently damage your brain, your heart, and your ability to live independently. Let's uncover the 4 most dangerous fish you must avoid, ranked from bad to absolutely catastrophic. At a glance, swordfish looks like the kind of premium meal you'd expect to see on a high-end dinner plate. Thick, meaty, and perfect for the grill. But beneath that elegant appearance is one of the most mercury-laden fish in the ocean. Swordfish is an apex predator. It eats hundreds of smaller fish over its long life. And with every meal, it accumulates mercury and environmental toxins in its flesh. The older the swordfish, the more toxic it becomes. Now here's why that's a nightmare for seniors. As we age, our bodies become less effective at flushing out mercury. Even small, repeated exposures can build up over time. According to a 2023 study published in Neurology Today, seniors with high blood mercury levels showed 38% more risk of developing dementia within 5 years. And the scariest part? Most showed no symptoms until it was too late. But the damage doesn't stop at the brain. Mercury disrupts cardiovascular health by inflaming arteries and increasing blood pressure. For seniors already at risk of heart disease, swordfish becomes a literal time bomb. Some cuts of swordfish, according to the FDA, contain double or triple the recommended safe mercury levels in just 1 serving. It's not a treat, it's a trap. Next on the danger list is one of the most popular budget-friendly fish on the market: tilapia, especially farmed tilapia. It's promoted as lean, low-fat, and easy to cook, perfect for older adults trying to eat healthy. But here's the truth hiding behind the marketing. Over 80% of the world's tilapia comes from overcrowded, poorly regulated farms in China and Southeast Asia. These fish are raised in stagnant water, fed a diet of corn and soy, far from their natural diet, and kept alive with antibiotics, hormones, and even banned pesticides like malachite green. A 2023 EPA report revealed trace amounts of carcinogenic chemicals and drug residues in many imported farmed tilapia samples. But what tilapia does inside your body is even worse. A study by Wake Forest University found that farmed tilapia contains very low omega-3s and dangerously high levels of omega-6 fats, especially arachidonic acid. This imbalance drives chronic inflammation, the root cause of arthritis, heart disease, Alzheimer's, and even cancer. For seniors, this is devastating. You're already more vulnerable to inflammation. Eat farmed tilapia regularly, and you're adding fuel to the fire. One bite might not hurt, but regular servings could age your body 9 years faster, according to a 2022 clinical study in Aging and Disease. That's the price of cheap and easy. At number 2, we have a fish that looks sleek, lean, and heart-friendly: king mackerel. Many seniors choose it as a substitute for fattier fish, but in doing so, they may be making a lethal mistake. Not all mackerel are dangerous. Atlantic mackerel is actually very healthy, and we'll get to that later. But king mackerel? It's one of the worst mercury offenders tested by both the FDA and EPA. Because king mackerel is a long-living predator fish, it bioaccumulates mercury at shocking levels, sometimes even more than swordfish. Here's what mercury does to your body. It targets the myelin sheath, the protective layer around your nerves. This leads to memory issues, tremors, slowed thinking, and in advanced cases, Alzheimer's-like symptoms. A 2024 Brain Health Journal study found that seniors with high mercury exposure showed up to 50% more brain shrinkage. And that's not all. Mercury stiffens blood vessels and promotes oxidative stress, a deadly cocktail for older adults. The result? Thicker arteries, higher blood pressure, and a 70% increased risk of heart attacks and strokes. Think about that. Just choosing the wrong fish could increase your chance of a fatal event by nearly 3/4. Now we arrive at number 1, the most dangerous fish for seniors. And shockingly, it's the one most seniors believe is saving them: salmon. To be specific, farmed Atlantic salmon. Not wild. Wild salmon is a superfood. But farmed Atlantic salmon is a toxic imitation with a healthy disguise. These fish are raised in crowded ocean pens where infections spread like wildfire. To keep them alive long enough to reach your plate, they're doused with antibiotics, pesticides, and banned chemicals. A massive 2023 Norwegian study published in Food and Chemical Toxicology found farmed salmon had 5 times more carcinogenic dioxins and PCBs than any other fish tested. And if you're eating salmon for omega-3s, think again. Farmed salmon is high in omega-6 inflammatory fats and extremely low in clean omega-3s. It's also colored artificially with synthetic astaxanthin analogs, petrochemical-based dyes, just to make it look healthy pink. A 2023 EWG report found that eating just 2 farmed salmon servings per month could increase your lifetime cancer risk by 25%. For seniors with slower detox systems, fragile organs, and higher baseline inflammation, this is not just unhealthy, it's dangerous. These are the 4 fish that millions of seniors are unknowingly eating. Fish that look healthy on the surface, but quietly sabotage the body from within. Now that you know what to avoid, let's switch gears and talk about the fish that can actually heal, protect, and strengthen your aging body. Coming up next, 4 powerful, affordable, nutrient-packed fish that can help you stay strong, sharp, and independent for years to come. Now that we've exposed the hidden dangers of certain fish, it's time to talk about the heroes of the sea, the fish that don't just feed you but protect you. If you're over 60, your body has very different nutritional needs. You need food that repairs, not just sustains. You need fish that fight inflammation, defend against memory loss, strengthen bones, and protect your heart. Let's explore 4 powerful science-backed fishes that should be staples in every senior's kitchen, ranked from amazing to essential. They're small, they're canned, they're often overlooked. But sardines are nothing short of a nutritional powerhouse, especially for older adults. What makes them so valuable? First, sardines are incredibly rich in EPA and DHA, the 2 omega-3 fatty acids your body desperately needs to function well in old age. Unlike plant-based sources of omega-3s, sardines provide these fats in a form your body can absorb immediately. No conversions, no delays. According to a 2022 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience, seniors with high blood levels of DHA had a 50% slower rate of cognitive decline than those with low levels. But it doesn't stop there. Sardines are also packed with calcium, more per serving than milk, and vitamin D, which helps shuttle that calcium into your bones. That's crucial because after 60, the risk of fractures skyrockets. A Johns Hopkins study found that seniors with adequate calcium and vitamin D intake had a 43% lower risk of hip fractures, one of the leading causes of disability in older adults. And here's something most people don't know. Sardines are one of the richest natural sources of coenzyme Q10, CoQ10, a powerful antioxidant that supports your heart, boosts energy, and fights fatigue. CoQ10 levels naturally drop with age, but eating sardines can help replenish your supply naturally. They're shelf-stable, affordable, and simple to prepare. No expensive ingredients, no fancy cooking. Just open a can, drizzle olive oil, add lemon or herbs, and you've got an anti-aging meal in minutes. Next on our list is a fish that's often praised, but only when it's the right kind: wild-caught salmon. Not farmed, not factory-raised. We're talking about salmon from clean, cold waters, where it grows naturally without synthetic feeds or chemical interference. Wild-caught salmon is one of the most powerful anti-aging weapons available in your diet. Why? Because it's loaded with high-quality omega-3s, the kind your heart, brain, and joints need to function optimally. A major 2023 study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society tracked over 6,000 seniors for 5 years. The results? Those with the highest omega-3 levels had a 47% lower risk of cognitive decline and were 39% less likely to die from heart disease. But that's just the beginning. Wild salmon is also packed with astaxanthin, a rare and extremely potent antioxidant that gives salmon its natural pink hue. This compound is 6,000 times more powerful than vitamin C and 800 times stronger than CoQ10 in fighting free radicals. A 2022 trial in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition and Aging found that seniors who ate astaxanthin-rich foods had significantly lower inflammation, improved skin elasticity, and better muscle strength within 3 months. And speaking of strength, wild salmon provides clean, digestible protein, crucial for combating sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that leads to weakness and falls. A 2024 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that seniors who consumed high-quality animal protein, like wild fish, retained 30% more muscle mass than their peers on average diets. Wild-caught salmon isn't just a food, it's medicine. Coming in strong at number 2 is a fish you probably don't see hyped up on menus or in supermarkets: Atlantic mackerel. But don't let its quiet reputation fool you. This humble fish packs an incredible punch for your aging body. First, Atlantic mackerel contains more EPA and DHA per serving than even salmon. These brain-essential fats have been proven to protect against memory loss, anxiety, and dementia. A 2023 study in the Journal of Aging Research found that seniors who ate oily fish like mackerel 3 times per week had AI, 52% lower risk of stroke, 43% lower risk of dementia, significantly stronger grip strength, a key predictor of long-term independence. What really sets Atlantic mackerel apart is its low mercury level. Because it's a smaller, fast-growing fish, it doesn't accumulate heavy metals like king mackerel or swordfish. The FDA ranks it as one of the safest fish choices for seniors, pregnant women, and children. It also boasts an impressive dose of selenium, a mineral critical for supporting immune function, reducing inflammation, and preventing oxidative stress. Selenium deficiency is common in older adults and has been linked to cancer, thyroid dysfunction, and early cognitive decline. A 2023 meta-analysis in Nutrients confirmed that seniors with adequate selenium intake had 50% fewer infections, lower risk of cardiovascular disease, better immune resilience. On top of that, Atlantic mackerel is packed with high-quality protein, helping to preserve muscle mass, mobility, and balance, all vital for preventing falls and hospitalizations. Finally, we reach the number 1 fish every senior should be eating. Yet almost no one talks about it: herring. Often overshadowed by trendy superfoods, herring is one of the most nutrient-dense fish in the ocean. And for seniors, it may be the ultimate anti-aging ally. First, herring is absolutely loaded with DHA, the omega-3 fatty acid that makes up the structural core of your brain cells. A landmark 2023 study in the Journal of Neurology found that seniors who consumed DHA-rich fish like herring twice per week had a 63% lower risk of developing dementia. That's not a small difference. That's the kind of result that keeps your memories, your relationships, and your independence intact. Herring also delivers a near-perfect omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. That means it reduces inflammation instead of fueling it, supporting your arteries, joints, immune system, and even skin health. In fact, a 2024 clinical trial in cardiovascular aging found that seniors who kept systemic inflammation low lived an average of 6 years longer and spent 35% fewer days hospitalized. And it gets better. Herring contains natural vitamin A and selenium, two nutrients that help protect your vision, support thyroid health, and strengthen your immune system, all areas that decline rapidly after age 60. Finally, herring is affordable, widely available, and easy to prepare. Whether it's fresh, pickled, or canned, it's a low-cost, high-impact fish that fits easily into any meal plan, even if you live alone or don't enjoy cooking. Now that you know which fish to avoid and which to embrace, it's time to put that knowledge into action. Because knowing what's healthy means nothing if you don't know how to safely and consistently make it part of your life. Let's walk through a simple, science-backed strategy specifically tailored for seniors. This will help you eat smarter, reduce your risks, and build a meal plan that supports long-term brain, heart, and bone health. 1. Master the weekly fish formula. When you're over 60, aim to include at least 2 to 3 servings of oily fish per week. That's about 6 to 8 ounces total. Each serving delivers brain-boosting omega-3s, muscle-supporting protein, and key nutrients like selenium and vitamin D. Here's a balanced example. 1 serving of sardines, 3 ounces, rich in CoQ10 and calcium. 1 serving of wild-caught salmon, 4 ounces. Your anti-inflammatory powerhouse, 1 serving of Atlantic mackerel or herring, 3 to 4 ounces, for heart and brain protection. Rotate through them weekly. You'll get nutritional diversity while minimizing risk. 2. Buy smart. Read the labels like a pro. Not all seafood is created equal. Here's how to make sure you're buying the right kind. Always look for wild-caught on labels, especially for salmon and mackerel. For canned fish, choose ones packed in olive oil or water, not soybean or sunflower oil. For sardines and mackerel, look for origin labeling like USA, Portugal, or Norway. These tend to have stricter quality control. Avoid anything labeled farm-raised unless it clearly states low-toxin certified farming, which is rare and usually expensive. Also, check expiration dates, especially on canned or vacuum-sealed products. Quality matters more than convenience. 3. Prep without destroying nutrients. The way you cook your fish can protect or ruin its health benefits. For seniors, go for methods that preserve healthy fats and avoid excess toxins. Best cooking methods: steaming, preserves omega-3s and avoids oxidation. Baking, use low to medium heat and healthy fats like olive oil. Light pan searing, with minimal oil and no burnt edges. Avoid deep frying, adds harmful fats, and reduces nutrient value. Charcoal grilling creates carcinogenic compounds in the skin. Microwaving in plastic containers may leach chemicals into your food. Keep it simple, keep it gentle, and use fresh herbs like parsley, dill, or lemon to enhance flavor and digestion. 4. Portion, pairing, and timing tips. When planning your fish meals, portion size, 3 to 4 ounces is enough per serving. Pair with leafy greens, olive oil, quinoa, or sweet potatoes for balanced anti-inflammatory meals. Avoid pairing with processed carbs, white bread, fries, or sugary sauces. They cancel out the health benefits. Also, eat fish earlier in the day, lunch or early dinner, so your body has time to digest and absorb nutrients without sluggishness. 5. Keep it easy. No fuss, senior fish meals. If you live alone or don't enjoy cooking, don't worry. Here are 3 meal ideas that take less than 10 minutes. Sardine bowl. Mash canned sardines with olive oil, chopped tomato, a bit of onion, and serve on whole grain toast. Salmon plate. Bake wild salmon for 12 minutes. Pair with frozen green beans and lemon. Mackerel mix. Open a can of Atlantic mackerel. Mix with steamed rice and broccoli. Season lightly with turmeric or garlic. Simple, fast, no complicated prep. And yet, every bite is fighting inflammation and aging on your behalf. Six, watch for red flags. When eating out, even when you're dining at a restaurant or grabbing seafood from a deli, you need to stay vigilant. Here's what to avoid. Market fish, without details. Ask if it's wild-caught and which species it is. Atlantic salmon on a budget menu, almost always farmed unless specified otherwise. Swordfish, king mackerel, shark, or tilefish. High mercury fish that should never touch your plate. Ask questions. Don't assume grilled fish means healthy fish. And if your server isn't sure about sourcing, play it safe and choose another dish. A little preparation now means fewer hospital visits, better memory, stronger bones, and more energy to enjoy your later years. Fish can either be a poison or a prescription. It's all about the type, the source, and the strategy. Now that you have the tools, your next seafood decision could be one of the most powerful health choices you ever make. Let's step away from the science for a moment and talk real life. Meet Gloria. She's 72, lives alone, and used to struggle with constant joint pain, brain fog, and low energy. Her doctor called it just aging. But Gloria started digging into her diet and realized her favorite lunch, grilled tilapia, might be doing more harm than good. She swapped it out, replaced it with wild-caught salmon twice a week, and added canned sardines to her pantry. Within just 2 months, she reported feeling clearer in her mind, lighter in her joints, and more energetic in the morning. "I don't feel 30, she told us, but I finally feel like I'm aging well instead of falling apart. Gloria isn't alone. Dozens of seniors have reached out with similar stories. One viewer said replacing farmed salmon with Atlantic mackerel lowered their blood pressure. Another told us sardines helped improve their energy after cutting red meat. A couple in Florida shared that adding herring to their weekly meals made their cholesterol numbers drop for the first time in 5 years. These aren't rare cases. These are everyday seniors making one change and getting real results. So now, it's your turn. Hold time. Tell us in the comments, which fish do you eat most often? And are you planning to switch after watching this video? And if you've already made a change based on one of our past videos, we'd love to hear how it's helped. Your story might just inspire someone else to take action today. Scroll down, join the conversation, and let's build a smarter, stronger, healthier community. One plate at a time. Let's bring it all together. You've just learned the truth about fish and aging, and how some of the most popular seafood choices could quietly be stealing your health, while others have the power to help you stay sharper, stronger, and more independent for years longer. Here's your simple cheat sheet. Never eat, especially over 60. These fish are high in mercury, chemicals, or inflammation-triggering fats. Swordfish, sky-high mercury, brain and heart risk. Farmed tilapia, promotes chronic inflammation. King mackerel, mercury-loaded cardiovascular threat. Farmed Atlantic salmon, toxins, fake color, bad fats. Eat these weekly. These are clean, safe, and loaded with brain, heart, and muscle-protecting nutrients. Sardines, bone strength, CoQ10, affordable wild-caught salmon, anti-inflammatory, rich in omega-3s, Atlantic mackerel, stroke protection, low-mercury herring, DHA-rich, dementia defense. Overlooked superfood. Screenshot this checklist or save it to your phone. Next time you're at the store or reading a menu, let this guide your choices. Your future self, sharper, stronger, and healthier, will thank you.